Hello guys, I am Sketching Thoughts, and today we are going to explore something that many people experience but rarely understand. Have you ever opened your eyes in the morning and instantly felt uneasy? Nothing bad has happened yet. No one has called. No message has arrived. The day hasn't even started, yet your heart feels slightly heavier than it should. Your mind immediately begins searching for something to worry about. Why does this happen? Why can your body wake up as if it's already preparing for danger before your conscious mind even knows what it is afraid of? The answer has less to do with your morning and much more to do with what happened inside your brain while you were asleep. Let's understand why. The anxiety that arrives before the day begins. Morning anxiety often feels confusing because it seems to appear without permission. You might check your phone immediately. Think about unfinished work. Replay yesterday's conversations. Imagine everything that could go wrong today. And within a few minutes, your nervous system has already convinced itself that today will be difficult. This isn't simply overthinking, it's a psychological pattern. Your brain is constantly making predictions. Instead of waiting for problems to happen, it tries to prepare for them in advance. From an evolutionary perspective, this made sense. Thousands of years ago, anticipating danger increased the chances of survival. The brain learned that expecting threats was safer than being surprised by them. The problem is, modern life rarely presents lions or predators. Instead, your brain treats emails, exams, relationships, deadlines, uncertainty, and social situations as if they deserve the same emergency response. And because the first few moments after waking are emotionally sensitive, these predictions can become the first thing you experience. But that's only part of the story. The real mechanism begins much earlier. While you're sleeping, your brain never really stops working. Sleep isn't a period where your brain simply switches off. It reorganizes memories, processes emotions, strengthens learning, filters experiences from the previous day. Think of your brain as a librarian working overnight. Every experience you've had becomes another book that must be sorted onto a shelf. Most books are placed quietly where they belong, but emotionally significant experiences, arguments, embarrassing moments, uncertainty, fear, these books stay open on the desk. The brain keeps returning to them, trying to understand them. Sometimes it succeeds. Sometimes it doesn't. When emotional processing remains incomplete, your nervous system may greet the morning with unfinished emotional business. You're not waking up anxious because your brain failed. You're waking up because it is still trying to solve problems that never received a satisfying conclusion. Your brain prefers certainty over comfort. One of the brain's strongest psychological drives is reducing uncertainty. Interestingly, the brain often prefers a bad certainty over an unknown future. Why? Because uncertainty requires constant prediction. Prediction consumes energy, and anxious brains predict constantly. Imagine driving through thick fog. You slow down, your attention narrows. Every sound feels important. That is exactly how anxiety changes your mental landscape. Nothing dangerous has happened, but your brain behaves as though danger could appear at any moment. When you wake up, your prediction system immediately asks, "What should I prepare for today?" If it cannot find an answer, it creates possibilities, most of them negative. This isn't pessimism, it's an overprotective prediction system working over time. Your body speaks before your thoughts. Do many people believe anxiety begins with thoughts? Often the opposite is true. Your body notices change first. During the early morning, hormones naturally begin preparing you to wake up. One important hormone is cortisol. Despite its negative reputation, cortisol isn't inherently bad. It helps you become alert. It increases available energy. It prepares your body to move into the day. But when your nervous system has been carrying chronic stress for weeks or months, this normal morning rise can feel much stronger. Your body feels activated. Then your brain asks, "Why do I feel this way?" Instead of realizing it's interpreting normal physical sensations, it searches for explanations. Deadlines, money, relationships, health, future. Your thoughts become detectives trying to explain sensations that arrived first. And once a convincing explanation is found, the the anxiety becomes even stronger. If this is helping you understand yourself a little better, consider liking the video, subscribing to Sketching Thoughts, and leaving a comment about what your mornings usually feel like. Your experience might help someone else realize they're not alone. How to interrupt the cycle. Understanding anxiety is valuable, but understanding must become practice. Here are 4 psychologically grounded ways to reduce morning anxiety. 1. Name your emotional weather. Instead of saying, "I'm anxious," try saying, "My nervous system feels activated." This small change creates psychological distance. Researchers call this affect labeling. When emotions are named accurately, activity in emotional brain regions decreases while areas involved in regulation become more engaged. You're observing the feeling, not becoming the feeling. Example, instead of rushing into panic after waking, pause and quietly identify what you notice. Tight chest, fast thoughts, restless body. Curiosity replaces automatic fear. 2. Delay your phone. Your brain spends the first minutes after waking rebuilding its understanding of the world. If the first thing it encounters is social media, emails, or stressful news, your prediction system immediately fills with new threats. Give your brain 10 to 15 minutes before checking your phone. Stretch. Drink water. Open the curtains. Allow reality to arrive before the internet does. This reduces unnecessary cognitive overload before your attention has stabilized. 3. Finish yesterday before starting today. Nighttime stress often continues because yesterday never truly ended psychologically. Spend 2 minutes before bed writing 3 simple things. What happened today? What still feels unfinished? What is one small next step for tomorrow? Your brain loves incomplete loops. Writing them down tells your memory systems that the problem has been safely stored. The brain no longer needs to rehearse it repeatedly throughout the night. 4. Teach your body. That morning is safe. The nervous system learns through repetition. Every calm morning becomes evidence that waking up is not dangerous. Take slow breaths. Move your body gently. Notice sounds around you. Feel your feet touching the floor. These actions activate sensory awareness, helping your attention return to the present instead of imagined futures. Your brain slowly updates its prediction. Morning no longer equals threat. Morning becomes simply morning. 1 mental model to remember. Imagine your brain as a lighthouse. Its job isn't to create storms. Its job is to search for them. Sometimes the sea is calm, but the lighthouse continues scanning because that's what it was built to do. Your awareness is different. You are not the lighthouse. You are the person watching its light sweep across the water. The light may point toward danger, but not every direction it shines contains a storm. The goal isn't to stop the lighthouse. The goal is to recognize that searching is different from finding. That single distinction changes everything. Closing thoughts. The anxious morning isn't proof that you're weak. It isn't proof that you're broken. More often, it's evidence that your brain has spent a long time trying to protect you. Sometimes it protects you so carefully that it forgets how to let you rest. Healing doesn't begin by fighting your mind. It begins by understanding why it behaves the way it does. Because once you understand the mechanism, you stop treating yourself like the enemy. Tomorrow morning, if anxiety greets you before your first cup of tea or coffee, remember this: your first feeling is not a prediction of your day. It is simply the first message from a brain that has been working all night. And messages can be understood. They don't always have to be believed. Thank you for watching Sketching Thoughts. Take care of your mind, and I'll see you in the next video.